First up, I'm going to be joined by Andrew at Bizzabo. What's up, Andrew? Welcome. He was going to be talking about Bizzabo AI Attendee Copilot. Here's the elevator pitch. We ask every single company to give us an elevator pitch, which I'm going to read. Bizzabo AI is an always-on event copilot built into Bizzabo Event Experience OS that helps attendee navigate, connect, and get more value from every moment while enabling organizers to drive stronger engagement and measurable impact. Andrew, take it away. No pressure.
Amazing. Thank you, Julius, for the great introduction. Pleasure to be here. I'm Andrew Serfaty, Senior Product Manager here at Bizzabo, and definitely very excited to be here today presenting our latest innovation, Bizzabo AI. So let me start with a problem I think a lot of you have experienced. Your event kicks off, and within minutes, questions start pouring in from all sides. Your attendees are frantically searching the app and their phones and scrolling through the agenda, but still they can't find the information they need fast enough. Your team, of course, has all the answers. The information exists, it's just scattered across your agenda, your website, your emails, and your FAQs. It's not connected in a way that makes it useful to your attendees. And that's the problem we set out to solve when we built Bizzabo AI. And for reference, that is B-I-Z-Z-Y, not the normal busy us event professionals are so familiar with. So what exactly is Bizzabo? Bizzabo is an AI attendee copilot built directly into our Bizzabo event mobile app. If you caught Alon's session earlier, you'll remember that he talked about how Bizzabo approaches AI in three buckets: productivity, connection, and insights. Bizzabo sits squarely in the connection bucket. It pulls together your existing event data to turn a static app into a dynamic conversation. Let me share my screen here, and it's demo time. So today, I'm going to show you Bizzabo from both the attendee perspective as well as what's happening behind the scenes. What you can see here on my screen is our Bizzabo event app, where our incredible customers host some of the world's most important and impactful events. Here, we designed Bizzabo to be accessible from anywhere in the app through this little button on the top right, or as well this main home screen banner, which I will use today. And let's just start off and jump right into our first example. So let's say I am a huge fan of a specific speaker and want to plan my entire day around them. So I'll just go right into Bizzabo here and ask, Bizzabo, when is Julian speaking? And yes, of course, we did want to use Julius here, but we all know, I think, that there's only one Julius in the world of events, and I'm pretty sure that name is trademarked. So let's look at this response here that Bizzabo gave us. Bizzabo doesn't just bring up the keynote where Julian is the star, and that's the day 2 keynote here, where you can see here main speaker Julian Vance. It also surfaces a breakout where he's a panelist amongst other speakers, and a speaker card that's dedicated to Julian. Here you can also see that Bizzabo easily inferred my request for speaker Julian Vance just from his first name. Now, let's talk about the number one reason we all know people attend events, and that is making connections. Bizzabo isn't just an agenda reader, it's also a great personal matchmaker and assistant. Let's say I'm at the event, my brain is fried, and I just want to outsource my networking effort to, let's say, an AI that doesn't need coffee to function. I'm going to type here, I'm looking to meet some VPs working in tech. And while Bizzabo scans for that, let's just think about the usual app experience here. Normally, I'd have to go look for a rigid drop-down menu and manually set job title equals VP and industry equals technology. Here, I just use natural language. And you can see here, Bizzabo does find me the VPs that are working in tech that I was looking for. Bizzabo actually understood the exact context that I was looking for, mapped my request to relevant job titles, and cross-referenced the entire attendee database, even reading through their profiles to understand the specific industries they work in. But here's where it gets really smart. Let's stay right here and test Busy's conversational memory. I'm going to type, are any of them specialist in B2B sales by any chance? And Busy here pulls up our Isabella Costa, who is indeed a specialist in B2B sales. And notice what happened here. I didn't have to restart my search or repeat myself. Busy remembers the context of our conversation. It knows that the them that I use in my request refers to the tech executives it just found in the previous answer and seamlessly layers my new requirement on top. I imagine you can already see how powerful this is. Within seconds, through a natural conversation, I can go from a crowd of thousands of attendees to finding the exact person that I need to connect with. Now, if only Busy could write my networking pitch for me, excuse me, note to self, add to roadmap ideas. Apologies. Okay, so this is where most generic AI chatbots stop, but it's also where Busy starts to shine. We all know that an event isn't just made up of an agenda and sessions, it's made up of 1,000 other details. Logistics, the venue quirks, the product announcements, etc. With Busy, you can bring all of that into one central knowledge base, what we call your event brain. With your event brain, any extra information you want Busy to know is stored in a simple text file that your team can fully customize. Let me show you how powerful this is. Let's test this with a classic day one scramble. So imagine it's 8:45 a.m., the keynote starts in 15 minutes, and as an attendee who is, of course, running late, Busy just realized, that attendee just realized that they didn't read a single word of your logistics email. So they go to Busy, and instead of your support team, they just write, the main parking lot is full. Any other options? And while Busy pulls that up, think about how this usually plays out. Your team wakes up, that is, if they've even slept at all, to an inbox flooded with frantic messages on the morning of the event, and your staff is scrambling on the floor to direct people. But just like that, with one answer and the help of Busy, crisis is averted. As you can see, Busy correctly guides the attendee to the overflow lot and even mentions that it's free. Because let's face it, no one actually reads the know before you go emails anyway, do they? To show you exactly how Busy knew that answer, let's look at the event brain file that the organizer uploaded into Bizzabo. So as you can see, the event brain is literally just a collection of bullet points in a text document. You and your team drop the answer in, and Busy turns that answer into a conversational chat in the chatbot. And so here's the section that Busy referenced directly to give that last answer, which is a getting there, parking and transportation section, where we have a couple of bullet points that talk about the main parking address, overflow, which Busy picked up, parking hours, and etc. So you can see here that Busy pulls directly from the knowledge base for answers. Let's go for one final example. Many of you might know Bizzabo for our award-winning Click Smart Badges, which turn passive attendees into active participants. But introducing new wearable tech means attendees will inevitably have some questions. Instead of staffing a dedicated tech support desk, why not just let Busy handle it? Let's go into the chat one more time and say, what is Click? The organizer said we'd be using it on site. Now, while Busy works, think about the alternative here. Sometimes, instead of explaining new technology requires pre-event communications or instruction emails that can get buried in attendees' inboxes. But here it is, Busy correctly says, Click is a smart badge that lets you exchange contact information by the press of a button. It's the perfect conversational answer to our smart badges. And that is the power of the event brain, turning static information into an interactive 24/7 extension of your event. At this point, you might be thinking, what about the insights? Well, we aren't just giving attendees a better experience, we're giving organizers unprecedented visibility. At the end of the event, you'll be able to export a single comprehensive report of every question asked to Busy. You'll finally have the data on what your attendees were searching for, where they were getting confused, and which content resonated the most. Busy's already helping our customer teams deliver better attendee experiences. And our mission is to keep making it more proactive and more deeply integrated into the Bizzabo ecosystem. Why? Because the most powerful AI for events isn't just the one that knows the most information, it's the one that truly understands your event.
That is awesome, Andrew. You made it right on time, the 10 minutes. That was great. You have a lot of questions in the chat. We ran out of time, so please do go back to the chat, answer all of the questions that you got right there, because people have questions. They want to know more.